Why does God refer to himself in plural form during the story of creation in the book of Genesis? When God creates humanity on the sixth day, he says, "Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness." Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Similarly, in Genesis chapter 3, verse 22, after the man and the woman have eaten from the forbidden tree, God says, "See, the man has become like one of us." And in Genesis chapter 11, verse 7, upon seeing the tower humanity was building to heaven, God says, "Come, let us go down and confuse their language." Why these plurals, if it is only God who acts? There have been a variety of proposals to solve this conundrum, like the notion that God is using a plural of majesty, or that it is an oblique reference to the Trinity. If you have to choose between those two options, always go with the first. But there is another possible explanation. God is speaking to the divine council. That is to say, God is speaking to other, lesser deities. Now, before the strict monotheists object, the Bible does speak of such a council. For example, in 1 Kings chapter 22, verses 19 through 23, Micaiah relays a vision he has of Yahweh seated on his throne, attended by all the host of heaven. In this vision, Yahweh asks for a volunteer among them and assigns it a duty. Similarly, in Job chapter 1, verse 6, the sons of God present themselves before Yahweh, along with the Satan, another of Yahweh's servants. Later, in Job chapter 38, the sons of God are said to have been present at the creation. And finally, in Psalm 82, verse 1, the psalmist writes, "God has taken his place in the divine council. In the midst of the gods, he holds judgment." Over and again, we find references to an assembly of heavenly beings, a council. Such councils are common to ancient Near Eastern religions and can be found in Canaanite texts, like those found in Ugarit. So, why does God refer to himself in plural form in the creation story and other texts? Because, it seems, he is speaking to members of his divine council, lesser gods who are present with him when he creates the world.